and welcome to another episode of the Black and White Thinking Podcast. You are joined by Chick and G.
Hello.
How's it going?
Alright, how's it going with you?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks.
10 out of 10?
Absolutely not. I'm looking forward to eating though.
Alright.
Yep. Right.
Good combo.
Oh, I can't wait to hear these ones back. Right, so what are we talking about this week?
We're going to discuss Beyonce versus Taylor Swift.
And what were you saying there?
Two of your favourites.
Two of my favourites.
One of mine, not so much.
Okay, so...
You can start.
I can start. Well, I very much feel like they can't be compared.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. You just have to decide which one you're getting rid of forever and which one you're keeping forever.
But it's a really easy one.
It's easy?
Yeah.
I thought it would be difficult for you.
I know you thought it'd be difficult for me. That's why I was saying to you earlier on that you were going to, so basically, for those of you, obviously you don't live with us, so we try not to discuss these. We'll agree on a topic, and yes, we talk about music and so on, to the point where you thought that this would be hard for me. However, I said to you earlier on, I didn't think it was going to be hard, and I wasn't going to say it. Sorry, what did I say to you?
You didn't say anything of the sort.
No,
you just said we're not going to talk about it now.
Yeah, I said, because I was going to say something to you that would have given it away that this was actually a really easy one for me. So this was more to get you to be surprised, I guess.
Well...
And who do you think I'm going to get rid of?
I don't know.
Oh. See, this is going to show how well you know me, or you think you know me. I think you're going to get it.
I feel like you listen to Taylor Swift more.
So you think I'd get rid of Beyonce?
Yes.
Interesting. So by the way, you're talking about getting rid of one altogether. That means songs, performances, everything.
Oh yeah, you've been to see Beyonce live, haven't you? Have you seen them both live?
No, only because when I wanted to see Taylor, I couldn't get tickets and it was quite expensive. But if I could see...
Probably ridiculously expensive
Beyonce
for both.
was ridiculously expensive. And the only reason that I went to see Beyonce was because I was visiting here before I moved. And I was a baller at that time. Business was doing really well. I was living life. I woke up in the morning and was like, yeah, I've got a few €100 to waste.
Mental.
For my mum's birthday. So that was how Beyonce happened. But if it hadn't been for that, if that had been the same period, I'd have seen both of them. If it hadn't been the same period, I would have seen neither of them. Because I think it's extortionate how much you have to pay.
Yeah. To billionaires.
Yeah.
They could perform for free the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Because if they were really genuinely about the music and how they all say they love performing live, well, they're both at a point where they could just perform live for free now and offer their tickets on a lottery basis.
Yeah, that's true.
But they're both cynical, greedy people.
No, they've got teams.
No, they're both cynical, greedy people.
All right, that's not what this is about.
No, but I'm just saying, if, they're both billionaires and yet they still think it's okay to charge that amount of money.
But I also think people
mostly poor people coming to see them.
But I also think people say, the billionaires, but it's like the whole Kylie. I know you don't follow these types of people, but there's a whole Discord about, was it discourse? Whatever. About Kylie Jenner, how they inflated numbers to make her look like she was a billionaire, when actually it was just to sell her business, and she's not.
I know, but wasn't there something recently where Taylor Swift's ticket sales was bigger than the GDP of California or something?
Probably. I feel like we had that one on your podcast.
So
that's crazy, isn't it?
They're literally billionaires. And I mean, I haven't really enjoyed any of Taylor Swift's music.
Really?
Whereas Beyonce, if I got rid of Taylor Swift and could only listen to Beyonce, then I would just listen to The Writings on the Wall by Destiny's Child.
Yeah, but that's Destiny's Child, not
Beyonce.
No,
but that was like Beyonce with 3 backing singers.
But it's Destiny's Child.
No, I know, but
No, but you have to choose
That's
this.
still part of
based
the
on, no,
Beyonce canon.
No.
Yes.
Because we're looking at this as each individual artist.
Although Beyonce's new album is awful, and
It's not
it's
awful.
100% awful, and by no stretch of the imagination does it count as a country album.
Yeah, because it's not a country
No, no.
album. And she said it's not a country album.
Dressed as a cowboy on a horse
She said
with
it's
an
a
American
Beyonce
flag.
album.
No, I know, but
To show that when you're like, you can be whatever you want
that's
to
a
be.
cop out, because I feel like she wanted to make a country album, and then when she made it, realized, oh, this isn't actually a country album, so I better just add the caveat that this isn't a country album, by the way. Anybody who I told that I was making a country album to before that, and also used some pretty renowned country musicians on the album.
Yeah, to show that she loves country music.
Well, no, but she didn't credit them.
Oh, yeah, you keep going back to that.
So, in that vein alone, I've changed my mind. I would just get rid of Beyonce.
Really? Well, my thing to you there was going to be...
Because, like, I've heard a little of the country stuff that Taylor Swift did.
Yeah, I was
and
going to say, you need to listen to the album.
It's just country music, isn't it?
If you
Which I like. So
if you were a Swiftie boy, I feel like our socials would just completely hit the roof.
I thought her NPR was crap.
Yeah, but that was also like years ago.
It doesn't matter.
I didn't think it was crap. I'm not agreeing with you. I'm just
It was
saying that
boring.
was years ago.
Like,
Right, you didn't like Hosier's, and you loved him live,
his was boring as well.
but you loved him live. So you can't judge him just based... Sorry, you can't judge them just based off of an NPR.
I wasn't. I was just, by the way, her NPR was crap.
Well, I quite enjoyed her NPR. Not the best one I've seen, but
No,
not the worst.
not even in the top 25.
Well, to be fair, I'd get rid of Taylor Swift.
Would you?
Yeah.
Racist.
No, it's not just race. If we look at everything, black woman, black female.
Well, you've gone, no, not racist, but also she's a black woman and I'm black, so I'm going to get rid of the whitey.
But it's not about race. Of course, do I factor in that she's black? Yeah.
You just said it's not about race, but she is black, so...
No, it's not about race, but I can admit that obviously choosing is nice as well, but that's not my basis. My basis is off of the fact, if I had to listen to one person and watch one person for the rest of my life, I feel like Beyonce's a better performer, has better vocals, is a better singer, has better music overall, that's varied enough for me. With Taylor, I've grown up listening to Taylor Swift. When I was learning how to sing, they would always be my first songs to choose. Now, if we were doing this and this was Beyonce or Adele, this would be harder. Whereas if I look at it, I respect both of them.
Surely that would be easier. Adele's terrible. She's
not terrible.
sung the same song
Do not
over and over.
Adele.
She's sung the same song over and over
you.
for what, like 20 years now?
Excuse you. Do not diss Adele. Not in this household.
No, I am, because she's
Not
crap.
in this household.
I mean,
she
seems like a nice person, but her music is terrible.
Best person I've ever seen live.
Awful.
Best, and I've seen Beyonce live.
But how could it be the best thing you've seen live?
There you go.
She sings the same song.
So you think she sings the same songs? For someone that mostly sings ballads, one of the best concerts overall that I've been to, not just for vocals.
Couldn't be.
Funny, great on stage. Her personality is to hold an audience
So
like
those
that.
three things you mentioned are nothing to do with her music.
No, but it's
Whereas
about
when you
performance.
complimented Beyonce, it was actually all about her music.
No, but we're talking about performance as well. I think that's why I'm picking Beyonce over Taylor Swift. Who's a better performer? In my eyes, Beyonce's a better performer. When I've been going to the gym, I've been trying to do cardio. I can't breathe, and yet these people can run whilst they're singing. I know Taylor can do that as well, but I've just seen a bit more of Beyonce. I feel like overall, everyone looks up to Beyonce. Taylor would look up to Beyonce. Therefore, if I had to get rid of... I don't want to get rid of any, but if I had to get rid of one,
But
Taylor's
I feel
gone.
like I've heard you listen to Taylor Swift more.
You probably have, but that's only because overall, it depends on the moods I'm in as well. And if I leave it up to Apple brings up its own... Like, Apple never really suggests...
Apple Music's terrible. I don't know why I use it.
It's linked to everything.
Terrible.
But I pay for it, so... But, yeah, I feel like overall, because of the type of music that I listen to as well, like right now, Apple's more likely to suggest Meg Thee Stallion than it is anyone else. So it swings and roundabouts, doesn't it? Like yesterday, finally, what's his name? Phil Collins came on, and I was singing my little heart out. Freaking loved it. So yeah, that's why I stand. So you're getting rid of Beyonce?
No, I don't know. Because I don't like, I suppose if I had to listen to one and only one of the two, I'd probably enjoy Beyonce's music more. New album aside, which is crap. Like, to me, Taylor Swift just makes like pop music for people who don't really have much taste in music.
But you've also not listened to all of her albums. So
I've heard enough. I've heard enough to make a decision that her music is much the same. And
but have you heard her country music?
Some of it.
Like her country album?
Yeah, but
anything from that album, I mean, sorry.
Yeah, I've heard some of it.
Okay.
But like I said, much of her music is the same. Whereas I feel like you get a better variety with Beyonce.
Yeah.
And the documentary about the big show, was it Coachella? I can't remember the show exactly, but that was great.
Yeah, I think that's what I was referring to. I forgot I'd watched that. My brain just...
And like I said, with Beyonce comes Destiny's Child.
Yeah, but Destiny's Child aren't included in this.
For me,
no.
If I choose Beyonce,
you don't get to do this.
Then writing, and it would just be Writings on the Wall, because I don't know any of the other albums, and that's the best one.
Yeah, wild, but no.
Because that's really, like I said, that's really Beyonce with 3 backing singers.
You wouldn't be allowed to listen to Writings on the Wall, because on the CD it does not say Beyonce.
Fine, then you're not allowed to listen to R. Kelly.
Well, I don't listen to R. Kelly. Do not make a joke like that. For context, it's because anyone that has done bad things in our household, in our cars, we do not listen to them. We do not give them money. If they've been convicted, if they've been, to be fair, even, like, I find it hard listening to Giveon knowing that it's cheated, and that one's not even that bad. I'm not saying that's not that bad, because obviously if you've been cheated on, that's the worst thing ever. However, as someone that's not been directly affected by that, that's my moral compass. So that was not a joke. That's not a joke to me. Someone's going to take that seriously and be like, you listen to R. Kelly? No, I do not. Neither does he. Neither does anyone else in the family. If you're not watching this, I'm looking at the cameras to do that like mom.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I can listen to Writings on the Wall if I choose Beyonce.
No.
So
that's not how this works.
I'd probably choose Beyonce.
Yeah, okay.
But I still think...
So you're getting rid of Taylor now?
I think so.
You flip-flopped there.
I did.
You've struggled a lot more with this than I have.
Yeah, because... I mean, I do quite like Beyonce, but again, like as is evident, I love Destiny's Child. And like I guess I enjoy Beyonce's voice more than Taylor Swift. Like I've seen a couple of clips of Beyonce just singing, just like off the cuff little performances, or somebody whips out a guitar somewhere, and like she's got an incredible voice.
Yeah, she does.
I
think the vocal range of Beyonce is more than Taylor's, which is why I think that's it for me as well. It's easier to make that decision.
But
like, what Taylor Swift songs have you heard me playing?
I just feel like you listen to her more.
Because I feel like when I'm in the bathroom, if anything, there've been times where like I've actually asked for Beyonce to play.
Maybe. Or some other woman angrily singing about her genitals.
What? Beyonce doesn't angrily sing about her genitals?
No, I mean the other ones that you like to listen to.
Well, like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Excuse you. Empowering women, especially Meg Thee Stallion. Meg Thee Stallion.
Potato.
Her writing as well. Potato.
If that's ridiculous. What you call empowering, fine.
Excuse you.
What?
Anxiety is a perfect example. Aggressively singing about the genitals. She's talking about being a bad bee and dealing with anxiety.
Fine.
You don't listen to the words.
But
you don't listen to the words.
I stand by my point.
Yeah, because
there's a lot of
it
words. Is exactly as I described.
But Meg Thee Stallion's not like that.
No, but
there's an actual story behind it, and there's a lesson.
I could live without knowing that story, thanks.
No, you couldn't. But Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce, they get on very, very well. She's a supporter. So I think that's why I also like Beyonce. No, that's unfair to say, because it's not that Taylor doesn't do things for other people. I'm thinking about that as a black woman.
I don't care what they do. I just want them to sing me a song. that I enjoy.
Singing you a song.
Well, do you know what I mean? It's like when they get
Yeah.
an award and they start thanking God and talking politics, like just shut up and collect your little trinket and go home.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing of like people expect anyone with a platform now to speak out about
It's
everything.
dumb. None of them are really qualified to talk about any of the issues that most of them decide to talk about.
That's actually funny because I came across a video earlier of a woman talking about this in influencers and how what's the guy that we saw on Saturday Kitchen recently, the exercise guy.
Oh, Joe X?
Yeah, apparently he's talked about how he thinks there's some link between ADHD and like the food that you eat. So this woman's basically like, you keep telling like influencers or whatever to speak up on some of these things, but you forget that there are people out there that'll believe. But he's now an influencer. There are people that will believe.
He's still a personal trainer, so if anyone is taking medical advice from a personal trainer, then that's on them.
But people believe a lot of stuff on social media as well. Like I've completely gone off on a tangent, but anyway, the point there was, I get what you're saying, that people shouldn't speak on things, but look at the society that we're in.
Again, I stand by that point. He's just shut up and do some star jumps. Same way that the singer should just all shut up and sing me a song.
Sing you a song. Because they're singing directly
in that vein, I would rather Beyonce sang me a song than Taylor Swift sang me a song.
I think I'd die more if Beyonce sang me a song. If Beyonce was in front of me and sang me a song, I would absolutely, I'd be gone. If it was, I think I'd have more composure with Taylor, and at least act cool. There you go. I'm getting rid of Taylor. You're now getting rid of Taylor.
Yeah, but
no Destiny's Child.
Still not a country album.
No, it's not a country album.
And I can listen to Writings on the Wall. No, don't read it out, because I know what she said. She said it's not a country album, but she's done that because she told people she was making a country album. She dressed in a cowboy outfit on a horse with an American flag.
But she didn't tell.
She called it Cowboy Carter. Like, to me, that all implies...
A Beyonce album rooted in country is what she said.
Yeah, but it's just not. And also, again, that's a cop-out, because she told and made out like she was making a country album, and then when she realised it's not a country album, she added this into the public sphere so that people didn't go after.
But you forget PR. What sells? Teams will sell the story, like, it's all about what the audience is going to get in, which is why then when she's turned around and gone, my 27-track manifesto is absolutely not a country album, but it's rooted in it's a Beyonce album rooted in country.
Why would people think it's a country album to the point where she needs to come out and say that it's not a country album? Because she made out that she was making a country album.
But I don't think she made out she was making a country album.
Well, then why does she dress as a cowboy on a horse with an American flag?
It's rooted in country because that's what she grew up with, and she loves country music. So she's basically saying, well, why can't I have half my album
with
country stars and whatever else?
There's no country songs on it. It's a cop-out. That statement is a cop-out.
There are no country songs on it. No. That's such a lie.
There aren't.
There's even a cover of Jolene. No country songs.
It's not a cover of Jolene.
It is a cover of Jolene. Her own version of Jolene.
It's a take on the concept of Jolene using the same melodies. But
yeah, her version. That is a cover.
Which isn't as good as the original.
According to you. I don't even know why you picked these two if you're all going to turn around.
It was just so I could complain about Beyonce saying she made a country album, which she didn't do anyway.
Yeah, apparently so. Right. So, Mr. Flip Flop, there you are.
Yeah.
Right. Moving on. Swift. It's been ages since we watched Doozy together.
Doozy?
Like months. I said Doozy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been months. Right. So, quick Reddit. Oh, I was expecting you to start complaining there.
Well, you've decided to do it anyway, haven't you? So
yeah, because we're going to do it because it's a nice short one, and as the person that runs all of our marketing and our socials, I am tired. I want things to be easier. I want an easeful life. And what's going to make an easeful life? Extra content.
Easeful?
Yep, I saw that. It's a word. Someone else said it the other day in a video I was watching, and I was like, easeful. Excuse you.
Go on.
Right. Me, 24, and my GF, 23, broke up mostly over chores. Now I don't know what to do. Honestly, I just saw that this one was short and I picked it. I didn't even look at the context.
They broke up over chores?
Yeah, so listen to this. Me, male 24, and my GF, 23, broke up mostly over chores after 2.5-year relationship a couple of days ago. It's all because of me, and I don't know what to do or how to get her back to prove that I can change. She doesn't even want to talk to me, but maybe it's just emotions. She needs some time alone, or we will never actually eventually speak to each other again. I effed up big time, but I love her more than anything and hope she still does love me, at least a little bit, to forgive me and take me back. The first comment is exactly what I was thinking, which is really funny.
I would say just forget about it and move on.
I don't think that's the best advice, because he's just going to do that in another relationship.
Well, I reckon that you're making the assumption that he's the one who wasn't doing the chores.
Because that's what it sounds like.
But we don't know that. She could have been the messy one.
Well, no, because otherwise, if any
she
man
could have
is
been the
ever gonna
messy
do
one,
this,
and he could have laid into her about it, and she was like, "I'm
no,
done."
because then he'd have written it.
Yeah, but he says he
But it
effed up.
didn't. Yeah, exactly, he effed up.
So we don't have enough context, but
yeah, he
really,
said, I effed up big time,
Yeah.
and he's talking about her emotions.
Yeah.
And let's be honest,
so
with
he could have had a go at her.
No, but with society,
You're being sexist right now.
But that's what I'm not being sexist.
Yeah.
I'm saying if we're going to make an assumption, what's the easiest assumption to make based off of society?
She was a messy woman, and he was fed up of doing the chores, and he had a go at her, and she cried and called it off.
Not all. I feel like that's very presumptuous for you to say, because everyone here has gone to. I bet she raised it repeatedly. The first comment, "Dear God, listen to yourself," which is what I was thinking. Maybe it's all emotions and she needs time, in quote marks. Just the way that he's written it proves that this is a child that wanted her mother and basically thought, I can do whatever I want and she's not going to leave.
I mean, they're both really young, so...
Yeah, they are both young.
You'll get over it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but he needs to change. He needs to grow up.
Well, yeah, but...
And he can't just expect that his partner... Again, this could have been either way, but in this instance, he can't just assume that his partners are going to do all the stuff that his mum did for him.
Yeah. So he needs to learn how to do some stuff.
Yeah. Definitely.
As you say, not expect to get a replacement mother.
But again, it's the fact that they mostly broke up over chores.
Yeah, mostly. So we don't know what else she did.
But for him to say mostly over chores as well, if that's the thing that's broken the camel's back, he could have done something and she would have brought it up. Like, he shot himself in the foot. Idiot.
I mean...
And he's talking about what he can do.
I feel like them breaking up over the chores, and probably most likely him not doing them, is an easy out when there's probably more.
Do you know what I think happened? Because this is time and time again, I could scroll through this and people would say the same thing. She has talked about things that need doing. He's gone, yeah, I'll do it, and then he's not done it. And now he's going, we've mostly broken up over chores. No, you've broken up and she's not talking to you because you don't listen to her, you don't hear her. It's not about the chores themselves, it's about the intention. If you've made no effort whatsoever and someone's repeatedly asked you to do something, or you've said you're going to make more of an effort and you don't make more of an effort, that's eventually what it is. They've lived together for 2.5 years. Anyone's going to get sick of that after 2.5 years?
Well, it sounds like she made the right choice for her then, doesn't it?
Yeah, and she should stay away because he's ridiculous. But also, hopefully, she doesn't get into a situation like that where she allows herself to be in that place.
Oh, well.
Wild.
I don't think it's a huge loss to either of them.
I think he's got more of the loss than she does, as he's...
Because he now has to pick up after himself.
Well, exactly. Now he's like, what can I do to show her?
He could just move back in with his parents and be
loving
life again.
Yeah, but the fact that they moved out so early, you'd assume that there must be some kind of situation there that it might not be that easy.
Maybe, but it's an option.
It is an option, but again, his wife shouldn't be doing stuff. Sorry, not his wife, his mom shouldn't be doing stuff either. Wild. Well, there you go. Another lovely episode of the Black and White Thinking
There you go
podcast.
there.
I nearly said something else there. Right. Oh, I'm so tired. Yeah, is there anything else?
No.
No. Okay, great. So keep liking, subscribing, keep leaving comments, doing all the bits that you normally do. We really appreciate it, and we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.